morning, everyone. It's Sunday, October 23rd, and today's my third day up on the Bruce. It's morning. The family's up. Everyone stayed at the hotel in Tobermory last night. I got up early, came back to the property. I've got maybe a cord left to split to fill up the racks, and then that's another job done for the fall. It's gonna be great today. It's supposed to get up to 20, full sun. It's gonna be another awesome day for this time of year. It's raining leaves at some points when the wind's really blowing. Just incredible amount of leaves coming down. So I know we're in the final stretch of our fall weather. My wife, daughter, and her boyfriend came up yesterday. Came over to the property around noon. So kind of the work stopped when they got here. And my daughter and her boyfriend, they went off, and there's a nearby inland lake, kind of a very shallow, weedy lake, good for fish, or pike, I imagine. So they took the four-wheeler, went over there. Boyfriend fell into the water, and then they changed their plans, checked out another lake, came back here, dry out some clothes, just fun teenage stuff. We also, as a family, we went out and we started doing this last year as part of our managed forest tax incentive program. We've been planting tree nuts, basically trees that are common to this area, but not particularly common to our property. So I think yesterday we planted about 100 nuts, walnuts, hickory, and actually some plum down in a kind of an open spot where it gets a lot of sun. So hoping if we get some plums, years from now, the deer will come in, and maybe the bear, and have a spot that we can go and view them regularly. So that was good. That was a big hike through the property, and probably the biggest part of our activities during the day. And then my wife, for dinner, she cooked up, we had some female bacon, potatoes, Caesar salad. It was great. Just sitting up, we have a platform that we built a few years ago. So we've got just a small plastic table there, sitting up on the platform in the forest, and just loving it. Just a great day. So today they're coming back. They got some more fishing ideas, and probably going to do a Bruce Trail hike. There's a great trail that we found over by, it's the Rush Cove area, so a little bit further south than this, but on Georgian Bay side. And that trail goes through a really old, kind of probably second growth forest, and then ends up on a cliff 100 feet above Georgian Bay. And there's some really nice oak trees there. So we're going to collect some nuts from those oak trees and bring them back over to this area as well. So that's kind of today's plan. Here's the clearing. Like I say, I got maybe a cord of wood left to split. The kids tried their hand at breaking rocks yesterday. Had some success for never doing it before. I think the feather and wedge tools were interesting for them. The roto hammer, the sledgehammer, and the rock bar, maybe not as interesting, but you can't have one without the other. So if we get a chance today, I'll try to make a few videos of breaking a few more rocks out of there. But it's great. Weather's just amazing. Couldn't ask for anything better. Stays warm at night. It doesn't reach that dew point. So when you get back here in the morning to the tools, everything's nice and dry. So really looking forward to another great day up here. Okay, I'll keep you posted. Do a little update later. Thanks. Okay, folks, I don't know if you can see that pull line, but as promised, we're going to take down a tree here. So I got a pull line, and it's heading to this maple to do a redirect. And way down the driveway there is Miss Northern Bruce Peninsula, the wife, giving you a wave. So rope's going to the four-wheeler, and she's just going to put a little bit of tension on that as I'm cutting, and over it comes. And maybe I can talk her into doing a video, a live shot as the tree comes down. Anyhow, that's what we're up to right now. Splitting's done and piled, and ready to knock down a few more trees. Okay, good tour. retie here and then go straight down. It's perfect. Okay, go ahead. Okay, that's good. That's good. We can roll it from there. Just back up a foot now so I can unhook. Okay, that's good. That's good. Just hold it there. Good job. This is Northern Bruce Peninsula. That's great. Hi folks, it's day 3 still, getting on in the afternoon now. You've seen us take down the maple, you've seen us take down the yellow birch, and now I've got a ash tree to take down. What's different this time? Couple things. The other half of the team have departed to do some hiking, which is great. So my wife, my daughter, and her boyfriend are headed down to part of the Bruce Trail over by Rush Cove, and it's going to be a beautiful hike for them. It's through some old growth forest, and it's really nice area. You know, a lot of people come up here, up to the Bruce Peninsula in the summertime especially, and they do the typical, they go to the grotto, they go to Singing Sands, they go to Tobermory, maybe take a glass bottom boat tour, but they're really, in my opinion, missing out on the essence of why this place is so wonderful, and that's the forest, the rocks, and the beautiful water of Georgian Bay. And until you've hiked the Bruce Trail, to me, you're really missing out on the full northern Bruce Peninsula Tobermory experience. I've hiked and camped from Wyerton to Tobermory, and I know that area of the trail quite well. And in my opinion, it's some of the most beautiful parts of the Bruce Trail and the Niagara Escarpment. So anyway, that's where they're headed off to. So that leaves me here to take down an ash tree with a rather bad lean in it. So I'm gonna show you what I've got rigged up here and how I'm gonna go about doing it. Well, okay, folks, that turned out great. No need to not finish the cut. It had enough pretension on it that it started to move, and of course, once gravity takes over, the tree and everything around it is just along for the ride. So, kind of worked out nice that when I brush it out, my next pile for chipping is pretty close, and yeah, pretty much right where I was intending that to go. If anyone is unfamiliar with the Emerald Ash Borer, if that's not something you've heard of. It's a tiny invasive bug that has made its way over to North America and decimated the ash trees. And how do you know if you have the borer it's a beetle without seeing the beetle? This is probably a dead tree that we're looking at. It may have leafed out this year, but if it did, then it was the last year for it. All these little exit wounds in the bark, that's the beetle as it emerges. It's in there as a larvae feeding on the tree, just below the bark in the sapwood, and then it emerges as a beetle. It chews its way out to begin its life cycle all over again. And this is what you get typically. You may get some woodpecker activity on it, but you know, that's not woodpecker, that's the beetle coming out. So like I said, if this tree was still alive, it wasn't long for this world. So you know, not only did it have to come down because of the build, it would have eventually had to come down anyway, because it would have been a hazard tree too close to the structure. So I'm afraid that just like a few other invasive species that have made their way over here from other countries, you know, the ash is going to be wiped out, much in the way that there is Dutch elm disease, and now we have beech bark disease. So that's part of my reason for wanting to plant a diverse array of tree nuts on the property. We are predominantly maple up here, and if something ever came over from another country that feasted on maple trees, you would hope that the federal government would be a little bit more inclined to act. It didn't seem like anyone was too interested in protecting the ash trees, except a few companies that came up with a injectable insecticide. But by then, it was really too late. It was just a matter of watching them slowly die. So all you can do is hope and try to take a bit of action to diversify your forest, in hopes that you never see something like that would wipe out an entire forest at a time. Anyhow, tree's down. Now I'm just going to brush it out and haul it over with the four-wheeler and add it to my log pile over here. And yeah, whether I get those bucked up in this trip or this year, we'll have to see. It would be nice while the splitter's up here, just to get these bucked and split up while I'm up here. I've still got tomorrow, and we'll see. Okay, thanks for watching. So long.